Peace, 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 peace. So, got a lot to talk about. I ain't been on here too much, y'all. I've been taking my time for myself, right? I got things I need to do for me as well before I can even try and share anything with you. So, I'm acting like as if I got millions of followers. I do not, but for those of you who are real with following me and listening to what I'm talking about, knowing that I am telling you factuals. We have a lot to discuss. So when I come back, we're gonna come back to a clip. I'm gonna play something that just went down. A few events that happened here in Atlanta that went viral. Anytime it goes to the news, everybody's talking about it. But I need you to really understand some stuff, man. We're gonna talk about first and foremost. Let me say this: you have been under LICO lockdown since the day you arrived. They have your mind, shorty. They had your mind. You're getting it back because you're starting to, do some research and know that these motherfuckers, the government, the ones who want to govern your mind. Anytime you hear that word mint, I say this. Anytime you hear that word mint in anything, they're talking about your mind. Hmm? Okay. So, first and foremost, you've been under LICO lockdown since the day you got here. You should pat yourself on the back though, because you beat 2 to 300,000 other souls to the egg to fertilize it, right? So you're a winner there. Hmm? Think about that for a second. You are a winner, right? You are here. It said that the male releases 2 to 300 million sperms every time he has sexual intercourse with a woman. Hmm? Or I should say, sexual intercourse. Period. My bad, y'all. Don't kill the messenger. You know what I mean? I'm just talking right now. It may seem like I'm being insensitive. I ain't trying to be insensitive. I'm just trying to give you a little facts on how you are a winner. Okay? Stand on that. Stand on the fact that you are the one that fertilized the egg, right? And you are here with us. You signed up on series, right? You signed up there. Act like you don't remember. You have a whole soul contract. Hmm? You got a whole soul contract. We talked about this before. I know it's been 2 months and y'all like, man, come on. We talked about this. Yes, yes. But this is a refresher. We have to refresh. Huh? There's got to be a little refreshments. So, without that being said, we're going to dive straight in right after this intro. It's early activation season. Hmm? I came on here earlier and I'm glad I did a little more research and found out that the video really was only about 4 minutes in the first place. But I know y'all know, man, it's been some events jumping off in Atlanta and all around the country. Early activation. And they're calling this mental health. Now understand, if your mind has been controlled from the day you arrived here, you have been under mind control. Taught what to think, trained very well. You, those of you who are breaking the training that they're calling criminals, see, they label you as well because you're not following their training. They call you criminals, black sheep, uh, lost souls, anybody who's not following their curriculum. This is all this is, an illusion, a curriculum. You feel me? That's where you're at. You're inside some shit that is not even what it really is. So I'm gonna get to this frequency and we're gonna come back after this intro and we're gonna dive straight in. mm, Because I haven't been on here in 2.5 months or so. I ain't dropped no knowledge. I ain't dropped not even an ounce of the game at all. And I think it's time that I give you a little bit of these messages and these downloads that I have received. It's time for sharing now. Welcome back to class. Don't be listening to these rappers. Don't be listening to these trappers. Don't be listening to these rappers. Rappers don't talk about shit no more. North, south, east, west, air, water, Kai, fire, solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I have to set that correct spiritual energy. Touch my thank you rock. I've been doing this for a long time. I've had this rock for ages, for some years. And I wrote thank you on it when I found it. It was a big rock. And I was gonna make me a thank you rock. It's a whole thing about your mind, man. You gotta say thank you. Say thank you to self. Say thank you to the realm. Say thank you to source energy, first and foremost. And after you thank all those, say thank you to the all. Say thank you to the ancestors. Say thank you to their descendants. Because you fall and play with all of that, right? So building the right spiritual energy, we're keeping on some positivity. Positive energy always creates what? Elevation. Peace to Rashad Jamal. But first and foremost, peace to Malachi Z. York. You feel what I'm saying? Free both of the gods. Free all the gods. Yeah. They got the guys locked up, man, for being themselves. Plain and simple. And they convicted them of crimes that they have done themselves, right? So, and the thing here's how you know that it's all falsehood. It's because they got Dr. Malachi Z. York in buried in fucking CSP down there in Colorado with Brian Nichols and all them. You know that jail is only thing you see is the top of it. The rest of it is underground. You know, so they got them locked down. You feel me? Really locked down. There's a reason why they got them suppressed. You know, Mhm. Think about that one for a second. If he was really that bad of a person, if the things that he did were so, why are you so, you got him locked up in jail? Why are you so, it's just crazy, y'all. They got this man suppressed for the information that he gave. The same with Rashad Jamal, because this is what I know, and I'm going to stand on this. They do not take away cases. They don't drop, they drop the little shit. You got to know how this system works. It's called the penal system. Hmm? That is what? For the pineal gland. They call it that because they're suppressing it. They also call it what? Capital punishment. You all seem to think that capital punishment is coming down from the capital. No, that's fictitious. That's a whole thing. That's what they want you to think, that the capital is raining down on them, standing over them like, you motherfuckers. No, no, no. They are capitalizing off of you being in jail. They get so much money per head, per person. Hmm? They get to use your trust, tap into your straw man, and keep you in jail. And then you sign off to the laws that they said that you broke. Don't go for it. Unless you actually know that you did this shit. When I went when I went to jail, I actually did it. You understand? I did get caught with dope. I did have guns. I did hit the police officer to get away. So yes, I was present and awake in every activation. You understand? I'm talking about early activations. Hmm? They label you a criminal, right? That was an early activation. And I'm just letting you know. Because you wasn't going with it. You're a black sheep. That was some early activating. You had some shit that was activating within your gene code. It's been that way. It's designed this way. I just want you to understand that it's not that you don't have free will, because you do. You have the choice to make a decision. That's why you have a mind. That's why they tell you a mind is a terrible thing to waste, because it is. When you're not using your mind, somebody else is. They fill your head full of thoughts and have you running around here early activating. And then you're eating the food, you're drinking the waters and the bottles and stuff. But they got you afraid of your own water. Just, I can't drink tap water. It's got all of this shit in it. All the water has all of this shit in it. Bottled water. Bottles are made from petroleum. The minute something goes in it, it takes on that. Water takes on shape. What do you think it also takes on? Hmm? Water is one of the easiest things to bend and manipulate. And your body is what? Full of water. People, wake it up. Huh? Right? You're drinking these bottled waters. That's petroleum. I know you've been on TikTok. I know you've seen a young man in England or somewhere. I don't know where the little young man is. I might try and show a little clip of him, real clip or whatever. But I know you've seen the young man making gasoline from bottles. And a lot of those bottles that he's using are bottled water bottles. He's figured out a way to make more gasoline because he said that the bottles are made from petroleum. And I had to do some research and found out yes, these are petroleum bottles. That's why they are able to what? Recycle. Hmm? That's ethanol, small doses of straight alcohol, gasoline. Hmm? And you don't know how long it's been in the bottle. All you know is that when it's cold, it's going down. You might as well get drunk. It's the same shit. Your car. You're being treated as such. Your avatar is a car. And you are what's powering it. You just don't know that. If you tap on into self, you'll know that you are the energy powering these avatars. It's a rental, baby. You can't keep it. Enjoy it while you're here. Keep them clear. Keep them clean. Keep her clear. Keep her clean. You feel me? Hmm? Because you're not supposed to be activating early. The second sun isn't even here yet. It's coming back for the activation. But y'all ain't doing the work to keep yourselves on the right spiritual frequency. You're listening to what they trained you to listen to. It's like you letting them tell you diagnosis of yourself and all of these things. And don't you have you don't you haven't went inside and became your best friend? This is the time. Love yourself. Love on you. Give you some hugs, kisses. Really, love on yourself, man. Because we all we got. Love on yourself. Love on your source energy. Love frequency, love frequency, love frequency. You gotta have that glow. Hmm? As soon as I said it, do you see it lightening up? You see the glow? You see the X in my face? You gotta have that glow. Hmm? You gotta raise your vibration. And you know your boy be doing the 7 day vegan challenge, and I like that myself because I've been trying, trying. That's crazy itself. Some of these you have to go and remove from up out of there, man. I have been doing. I gotta word this correctly because he is giving off the wrong vibe to me. Shadow work is key. You gotta make sure that you're doing your shadow work, right? Because these shadows, these thoughts will get into your head and have you not knowing whether or not you are accomplishing your goals. So stay on your if you got singing bowls, stay on that, keeping your frequency right, man. I promise you. Um, because they have control of the thought realm. You feel me? With the things that you're watching on TV, on YouTube, on um, They have very much control of the thought realm, and they're letting you know which way they're guiding you like sheep on which way to go. And anybody that's not in the know is just gonna be running around here lost, aimlessly in fear. You know, that's their goal. That's what they shooting for, right? They want that's why they use fear because they're looking for the early activators so they can fill up their jails with you and exterminate you at their will instead of killing you here on the streets as they're doing. Um, just know that you are in an illusion, a matrix. You don't have to take life so serious, but there's a lot of early activations going on that are being classified as schizophrenia, um, bipolar situations. But to understand, as I said, we don't stand under anything, so understand, as I'm saying, that we have been under, or yeah, we have been under light code lockdown, right? From the time you arrived, period. Light code lockdown, light code lockdown. They got you living in prisons, which is a prison. All of this shit. That's why they usually they fit the. This is why I come down here because I need this as an example. This is a cotton-based uh, fucking acrylic and you know that bullshit. It's what it's called insulation. It's supposed to keep the house warm, but what it's actually really doing is keeping your energy in. Mm, and keeping your energy down because it's concrete, negative ions, hmm, boards that they have fortified with negative, like they spray the stuff on it, just got negative stuff to keep it petrified almost. Um, you know, they treat the wood before they. Well, what do you think they're treating it with? Something to petrify it or to make it harder. Hmm? I'm just telling you that now to slow it down even further from moving. It makes it more solid, right? So they use these structures to trap your energy, it's negative ions. Hmm? But I'm in the basement. You get that, right? They build these structures to imprison you, and then you're running to them thinking that these are keeping you from what? Nature. And you are nature. It's just some idiot thinking. And you don't even know. You thinking that you making a good living and earning and buying a good house and you and your family all living good. No. You, my good friends, are the guardians of the galaxy. You are gods and goddesses. See, they had a whole damn thing go on in the 1500s. Let's get to it. Get this tablet. Hold on. Itself. In the 1500s, they had a whole thing going on, man, like 1531 or something like that. They came and divided us even more than what we saw fell in frequency. They introduced race to you then. You hear me? You became the black race. And y'all still calling yourself Afro American, kicking you off your land. They they spelling you be lack of everything. I mean, and nobody is seeing it. Why is nobody really actually seeing it? Some of you are, some of you are not. Hmm? So wanted to do it like this first. Because I went on Wikipedia and I didn't want to go on Wikipedia. I want to ask Google. Hmm. Who invented race? Pull it right on up because I have. Okay, so race. Who invented race? It says the 1700s, but the first one happened in the 1500s. Okay, European naturalist and anthropologist, marked by the publication of the book Systema Naturae in 1735, in which the Swedish naturalist Carl Linnaeus, yeah, proposed a classification of humankind into four distinct races. So race, as I keep saying, race is invented by a European, a Swedish. That's what they saying on Google, right? Historical race concepts. Let's go to Wikipedia. Here we go. Etymology. The word race interpreted to mean an identifiable group of people who share a common descent. Was introduced in into England in the 16th century from the old French race, from Italian razza. The Oxford Dictionary, the Oxford English Dictionary cites cites the earliest example around the mid 16th century and defines its earliest meaning as a group of people belonging to the same family and descended from a common ancestor. It also introduces the first use of the word race as a term referring to an ethnic group in 1572. In earlier but etymological distinct word from a similar concept, which the Latin word genus, meaning a group sharing quality related to birth. Yeah, okay, yeah. Y'all saying that you were trying to do it because you were trying to see who race was about lineage. Is what they're trying to say. They break it down. They broke it down into the black race because of lineage and things of that. Okay, then you have the concept of race as a categorization of anatomically modern humans, Homo sapiens, has an extensive history in Europe and in the Americas. So you tell you where the bullshit started, because they put that first. In Europe. Bullshit started in Europe first. Hmm? Some European bullshit first, right? Europe came over here with their bullshit. We were all one and they came with their bullshit. This is I didn't look. I didn't. I'm reading it. It's right here. Europe and the Americas. Europe and the Americas. The contemporary word race itself is modern historically. It was used in the sense of nation, ethnic group during the 16th to the 19th century. Race acquired its modern meaning in the field of physical anthropology through scientific racism. Scientific racism. Starting in the 19th century. Scientific racism started in the 19th century. With the rise of modern genetics, the concept of association of biological anthropologists. Hold on. The concept of distinct human races in a biological sense has become obsolete in 2019. The American Association for Biological Anthropologists stated the belief in race as natural aspects of human biology and the structures of inequality, racism that emerge from such beliefs are among the most damaging elements in the human experience both today and in the past. So this race shit is bullshit. All it's done is separated everybody. Well, some bullshit. Having other motherfuckers feel as if they are better than the indigenous people or the people who brought them here in the first place. Mm. Zeus was one of us, y'all. So let's get that. You got the black nobility, they hold us down too. But I mean, you got to get all this stuff. I'm telling you, man. Like, look, we are under attack, and we have been under attack for quite some time since they got here in 1492 with Christopher Columbus. Zeus sent them here to attack us. Right? 'Cause they knew who we were. Zeus knows who we are. He was mad at us because we told him to stop doing the shit that he did. So we pushed his ass up out of there. We got tired of him with this bullshit. Sent him to Nern. To make a long story short, Zeus was one of us who fell off the bus. Got mad, tried to hijack the motherfucker. It didn't go down. Hmm. Since we talking about hijacking buses and shit, this is what Zeus has done. Sent his motherfuckers here and they didn't hijack the bus. Hmm? They got the land. They got you playing their little game. And you worried about bus hijackings and early activations. Fear, fear, fear. Last chance to register for fuck your last chance. How about that? Fear, fear, fear. That's all they sell. Fear, fear, fear. It's your last chance to get the best deal of your life. Nigga, please. My health is my wealth and I know it. The best deal of my life. Get the fuck out of here. They got you believing too much, man. We doing too much of that shit, y'all. We gotta get back to us. Hmm? We got to get back to us. We got to use us first. We got to strengthen ourselves first. Stop listening to these people. Stop letting them drag you into these TV shows and all of this stuff that's going on. It's distracting you from touching in and tapping into self, becoming your greatest version of yourself. Hmm? Okay. So we're gonna get to talking about these early activations, right? Since I broke down some concepts, and I ain't giving y'all can do your own research on race and how it came about. We don't. Well, I'm not going back all the way back there. We did that. We talked about that, right? We finna talk about early activations, right? Because you know that's the hotter it get, man. Every 365 days. Because I hate um got me using the word again. Let me break that again. I got words I'm trying to break out of my vocabulary, y'all, and hate and things like that is one of the words. I'm on the love frequency. I do not like to use that word. The H word is a mother stuffing abomination to me, man. It's a whole energy lower vibe. It's a bad vibe, period. So, uh, back on my train of thought, man. Like we got to come together, y'all. We got to stop allowing them to tell us how to think and how to feel and what to do. Like get off their timelines. Get on your own. You are the maker of your own timeline. Hmm? They tell you that we got 365 days in a year, but they only give you 7. All you have is the now. Don't worry about their days and their time and what to be doing, what you need to be doing here, what you need to be doing there. Oh, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Are you really going to remain in mind control? Hmm? Really? You know damn well, you know damn well that this ain't what it is. So no matter what job you do, right, I'm going to ask you, y'all got a partner named Sam that do half y'all work? Hmm? I mean, cause the nigga that I be seeing Uncle Sam be in my motherfucking every check with his homeboy FICA. Hmm? His homeboy, they be in my shit every week, and I don't see damn one of these motherfuckers on my job with me. You hear me? These niggas ain't dropping no fries. They ain't tossing no motherfucking pastas. They ain't doing none of the shit that I'm doing. They ain't cooking no steaks. I ain't seen nobody doing none of the chef shit that I do at my job. I'm one of the only motherfuckers besides the other two, and the other two guys that I work with ain't none of their names Sam or FICA or whatever the damn name is that they're using right now. I don't work with them dudes. I don't know who Uncle Sam is and how he think he gets some of my money. I'm never gonna. I'm not gonna stand on that, and I don't get that one. I don't get why we paying to work, and then they make us like they make us work. If you don't work and you outside, let's make all of this shit make sense. I don't. The motherfucker don't be working with me, dog. He work with you. I mean, if I'm wrong, if I'm not seeing him on the, if he, is he invisible? What is it? Because him getting half of my money is crazy. But every time I get my check stub, it says that Uncle Sam then got his cut. How the fuck he getting his cut and he ain't did no work? Make it make sense. And why are we okay with him getting a cut of a money that he ain't worked for? Hmm? Is he your child? Is he your kid? Is he? living under your roof with you? Are you feeding this little motherfucker around here or something? Because clearly he is getting treated like he's somebody special. He gets money before your family get it, before you get it, before. Who is he? Who is Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam is the U.S. government, the U.S. mind control. It's a facade. They're playing a game with you. You are straw man number one. Secret agent man. Secret agent number one is you. They tell you that you're the enemy. It's in your name. In me. They got control of the seeds. They're telling you what kind of water to drink. They got Doctor Who on your ass. All these things to keep you from becoming the Grinch. You should be a Grinch. He was a hermit. What color was he? Green. What was he mad at? Motherfuckers having Christmas. He was trying to stop Christmas. Why? And if you don't get the concept, the book was written by Dr. Zeus. They tell you of Whoville. This is where you are today. They tell you that Whoville was a microscopic place. This is where you are today. Why do you think you have microscopes? They got telescopes to see into the tell a lie. Tells a scope. But you are under the microscope. You live in Whoville. They have you in the damn fucking little things now. They're watching you. They're studying your DEA and how you work. They've been doing this for so long. They've changed the name of it to DNA because they got you believing that you're human and you're not. Your species is that of the gods. When the Magna Carta was written and they said that you were 9/10 of a man, they weren't making fun of you or degrading you. They know that you always have the solar system because you belong to it. You are Solo Man. Soul Man is who you are. That's why they don't give you 10 tenths because you are not of this world. You are merely here having an experience, but they want you to have an experience to become the body and stay. to lock you away into this prison. Same thing. Hmm? Early activations. Early activations is what we're talking about. I know y'all know back into 2015, right? I think it was 2015 when a young man uh, in Georgia, because I'm in Georgia. There was a young man in Georgia in Decatur. In Decatur now, that's where it's greater. Now they discuss what activations is going on out there, bro. Them folks is tapped in. A lot of them tapped in out there. Those are the people who was watching Rashad Jamal. A lot of them folks out there, because on the west side, the west side don't fuck around with that. Some of them do, some of them don't. But on the east side, that's where all the Haitians and everybody who's tapped into the planet and be trying to stay tapped in, that's where they live on the east side, right? Or on the south side. It's yeah, you'll get me if you move here. If you know what I'm talking about, you know who's who. You feel me? West Side motherfuckers is most of the people from Atlanta. Been here, still going around. Yes, some. Yeah, those are the West Side motherfuckers. I ain't hating on them. I fuck with y'all. Y'all know I fuck with y'all. But y'all motherfuckers, some of y'all really thinking that, Massa Joe. Come on, man. We ain't there no more. We ain't there no more. Some of y'all still there. And that's all I'm gonna say. And some of y'all don't give a fuck. I'll say that much too. That's probably the most important thing to say. Some of y'all just don't give a fuck. You are who you are because of who you are. Period. It don't matter any of the other shit. You don't care. You're just here to have an experience and get out your way. Cool. But to those of you who know and realize that your government has been tapping into your ass and keeping you at bay, keeping you from becoming the Incredible Hulk and the Avengers. There's a reason why they give you these names of these movies. And man, I ain't even gonna take credit for that because I watched the lesson with Rashad Jamal, the money spell, and he was talking about it. Like he basically broke it down. Like, why do you think they made the Avengers? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be avenging our ancestors. You get that? They know that we're coming. They know that we are the guardians of the galaxy. They know who we were. They know that we are gods. Period. They know that once the energy rises, and they know that when the second sun comes back, we are going to be flying and speeding around here so fast that there's nothing they're going to be able to do. Because that's why they tell you in all these movies. When they told you in the Matrix, they told you, what did she say? Oh, how did you do that? How was you moving like the agents? Because our energy is going to be so um, they're not going to be we're going to be neos, we're going to be uh, all at one superhero, any superhero you can think about, we are real talk. And I ain't just this is, man, you got to understand, you got to know who you are, you got to know where you were. I just I've been tapping in and I've been seeing things that's been going on. So, you know, not to make it seem like y'all ain't. I don't know what y'all got going on. I know what I know. There's been a lot of early activations going on, and they've been calling this stuff schizophrenia or bipolar or uh, it's a bunch of different names they have for this shit. It's mental disorders, period. Anything that they say is a mental disorder is somebody that's breaking the matrix. An early activation. Something came on in their head, or something came on and started having them activate. Because Joseph Greer, the guy that hijacked the bus and had the whole interview that I'm going to put into this video, had the whole interview and things going on, man, I promise you. Um, that was an early activation, like it was in 2015 when the guy was in the hotel, like I was talking about before. He was in the hotel, a whole Army veteran, having some kind of episode. You feel me? Got all the way naked, and they were afraid of this man. He didn't have a weapon, or nothing. So he was fully activated, glowing and everything. They didn't know how to take that. The cop killed him, and they finna let him out, man. They finna let the cop out, man. They trying to overturn the dude's sentence. But as I said, we've been activating early, and every time, every year, every 365 bullshit days, as they say, we got. When it gets summertime, when we get to this solstice, or when we get closest to the so-called sun, how that shit is so fucked up. The sun is right here in this atmosphere. It heats up every year around this time. You know, the concept of time and all of that shit is crazy. But they the summer, every time summer is here, activations, activations, activations. Because you, as I said, you're eating the food, drinking the water out the bottles and things, and doing all the things. You're not growing your own food because hey, how many people really know how to? They taught you, they trained you not to do so. They taught you just to listen to them. We are all trained individuals. You can only break the light code lockdown to an extent here in this physical being on this plane. You must ascend. You must raise your conscious level, your consciousness, and leave here. Right? I feel the presence of my ancestors. That's why I keep, because I feel like they telling me like these have been early activations. Like, because yesterday, I mean not yesterday, but when the day that the bus hijacking, what even set the brother off to even hijack the bus, as he said, is he had gone off his medication. Hmm? I can't. I'm gonna play it. I can't. I, yeah, I'm going to put the clip in. I'm gonna figure out how to put the clip on because I don't want to play it through my phone. I'm just tired of doing that. I'm gonna figure out how to work this app and do what I need to do. Put that clip in because dude said he had a whole interview. He said he had been off his medication. Grady hadn't gave him his medication, and the other shooting that Jeremy Malone did at Peachtree Center Station set him off, right? Because he was already on nervous status, like what the fuck, all this shit going on. Oh no, like early activation. They put you on these meds, man, to keep you from activating in the first place. They got everybody on all these drugs and shit to keep you ass from activating. It's like in the X-Men, the 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 thing that went on with the in 2020 was them to pump out um, the jab, but the jab had stuff to keep you from activating. You get that? Even Rashad Jamal was screaming that. Jab has stuff in it to keep you from activating. Mhm. They have been experimenting with you from day one. But I am gonna play this one because I gotta play this. This has got to be definitely because I'm not gonna be able to use this clip. I gotta play this. When I ride the I gotta play this because she gave so much. Come on, phone, it's taking you so long. Yeah, I gotta get this on here because if I do not, I'm gonna feel like I did a misjustice, or I did, I didn't inform you as I should. Because information is what we're supposed to be passing. And this one has to be passed, because if it doesn't get passed, it's going to be wrong. So here we go. My dear children of Wunuwa, I write this gospel to you so that you will know to not commit evil and wickedness, to not be of sin. Do not be of those who misuse the gifts given by the overseers. The females from Sirius were given 9 skills, and the males from Orion were given 9 skills, such as 1. The skill of dance, 2. The skill of singing, 3. The skill of drawing, 4. The skill of playing music, 5. The skill of sport. Now listen closely now. Listen closely. This is how you know you are a god or goddess, because we excel in all of these things. Listen closely. 6. The skill of building. 7. The skill of sewing. 8. The skill of healing. 9. The skill of teaching. 10. The skill of weaving. 11. The skill of carving. 12. The skill of writing. 13. The skill of lovemaking. 14. The skill of cooking. 15. The skill of creating. 16. The skill of mathematics. 17. The skill of chemistry. 18. The skill of tongues. These 18 skills were implanted in the genes to manifest in the offspring. Over time and mixing, they exchanged their skills. Some now have more than just one skill. Some are very skillful. Originally, only 12 males from Orion and 12 females from Sirius were allowed to stay on this planet to mix and breed the new being who were originally born as twins. Each female birthed a daughter and a son. Before this was perfected, the first offspring were born conjoined twins, then hermaphrodites and hemaphrodites. Those born conjoined twins were never separated unless one side died, which many did. The hermaphrodites and hemaphrodites was raised to be the highest because their physical bodies vibrated on 2 frequencies or tones, those of the males from Orion and those of the females from Sirius. They were the deities who opened the vortex to the wormhole to the stars. This is how it was before the growth of the African and long before the making of the Caucasian. Over time, many other extraterrestrials were allowed to come to this planet. Many brought with them plants and creatures from their own worlds, which is recorded as mystical creatures who were in fact once alive on this planet. Many have since died out and were removed from this planet when it became quarantined because of the many viruses and diseases from mixing of alien body fluids. Now many extraterrestrials come and go who are still not allowed, so they sneak in to take animals, people, and resources of many kinds. This is why many do not allow themselves to be seen or come right out and say, here we are, extraterrestrials. They are not supposed to come to this planet. And many of those forbidden to come came and breed, and they bred and cloned and cracked and grafted. Hold tight. All right, I'll turn it off. I turned it off. My bad, y'all. I'm gonna have to. I may not even edit that. I might just leave that in. Hey, I'm a real nigga. I turned it off. Yeah, we go. Get back to it, right? I'm living. I'm doing life like y'all. So okay, back to where we was at, man. 'Cause then we ain't even halfway through it. I ain't this some shit. Shit done froze on me.
My dear children of Wunuwa,
Okay, we got it
I
on.
write this gospel to you so that you will know a humankind
Okay.
called Brids from hybrid. Some even mixed DNA of ape man with creatures such as canines,
See, I'm out of this
simians,
before.
porcine, bovine, and reptiles. And there again were many myths created of wolfmen, vampires, zombies, mermaids, minotaurs, Satan, Pegasus, Leviathan, Dagon, unicorns, and giants came about. Only my children. These are not myths, yet in fact are actual creatures, and today some people are born with one eye and or 6 fingers and toes or tails, some covered all over with fur or 2 rows of teeth, scales or skin, fangs in their mouth, cleft lips, large heads, pointed ears. So these are leftover traits from the testing when an Anunnaki Anakim, Deuteronomy 128, called Ninharsak, Ninti, was experimenting with teeth, the seed. She was a daughter of Anu, the most highest deity or heavenly father of the Anunnaki, who also came to planet Earth, 50 of them at first, and then 200 followed flesh eaters. Then thousands came, Psalms 68:17. Once they were tested to see their DNA mixed with creatures on the planet Earth, Genesis 6:5. These sons of the gods, Genesis 6:1 and 2, Anunnaki called Nephilim, Genesis 6:4, Igigi, who was only to watch over the Adamites, the Canaanites, the Sethites, the Enosites, Genesis 5:1 through 10, Luke 3:38. Yet they raped the females of the Enosites, Genesis 6:4 through 5, and birth, Genesis 6:5, Gibor. In Strong's 1365, Gabarites, wicked evil flesh eaters who would even eat their own parents and children as well as other animals. This carnivorous lust of flesh and blood is a passed over from their ancestors, which they, the offspring, has passed around the world as they invade others' lands once they came out of the caves and hillsides of Europe. The book of Enoch explains this, Genesis 7:1 through 14. The book of Jubilee explains this, 5:1 through 3. It speaks of this in their Bible, Ezekiel 5:10, Jeremiah 19:9, Leviticus 26:29, Lamentations 4:10, 2 Kings 6:28, and Genesis 9:3. The book of Jubilee also speaks about cannibalism and the Quran 49:12. They like to eat the flesh of you humans. So much for what you read about as myths was and is, in fact, actual facts. Many things you see today and don't question is why they enforce you must have faith and believe and not check it out. If you did question and research and learn other languages, not those that they point at you, you will see the truth of this planet. Many illnesses and sicknesses, diseases, is from the past holdover, such as Alzheimer's disease. It is the same as when a human being eats the brains of dead humans, as in cannibalism. The body begins to shake, and the loss of direction, as seen in Alzheimer's disease, is the same as the sickness of cannibalism, and also Down syndrome. It is also from extraterrestrials who had more than 46 chromosomes and were crossbred. So you see 47 and 48 chromosomes as with simians. So myths are much more real than they want you to know. Just as our ancestors grow us into 9 features and characteristics in our one race of Negroes, and as the Asians into 3 features and characteristics in their race as Orientals, and the Caucasoids were made into 6 features and characteristics as Europeans. So also the extraterrestrials are also many species and features and characteristics. Some passed on to humanoids. Some became hybrids and they walk among you. Some know what they are, while others don't know what they really are. and they lose their minds when the genes develop inside of them as they grow. The result is and can be insanity, deranged, crazy, lunatic, and many schizophrenic, psychopathic, psychotic, even serial killers. It is in most cases a chemical imbalancement triggered from their DNA tampering by the extraterrestrials who made them. Then they spread it by mixing with others not of their same gene pool. The orangutan has 48 chromosomes. The gorilla has 48. Simians, 48. Chimpanzee has 48 chromosomes. Baboon has 48. The mandrill has 48 chromosomes. 24 plus 24 equals 48. The child born with the Down syndrome has 47 chromosomes. It's all in gene tampering, such as the pig, which is made from the cat, rat, and the dog. Know this. Know how the human beast has by race mixing affected your lives and affected your whole life. First, by millenniums of four genetics. The first being simian, 1 million years ago. The second being Homo genus, 1 million years ago. The third being Homo erectus, 1 million years ago. The fourth, Homo sapient, 1 million years ago. A kind of man, ape. The characteristics pass on or are spliced into the genome of Adamites from the simians, such as the baboon species. The traits are leadership by force of violence, competition of activities, bisexual activities, cannibalistic activities, pedophilia activities, troop or communal activity. As you can study and see, Nuwapians, this can be found even to this very day in the Adamite race, who mixed and spread this to their predecessors of other humanoid species. The 6 traits you see listed above has been passed on over millions of years, and by genetic tampering 6,000 years ago to make a hybrid creature by use of the caveman, the canine, which is a wolf, the porcine, which is a hog, and the simian, which is a monkey. What was made was a kind of Frankenstein, or a kind of man, kin to man, man's kind, mankind. The result is a human monster, a beast man, who by his grafted nature has become a killer, a competitor, a sexual deviant, a humanoid virus. Next, by generation of 4, 100 years. 1, the person. 2, their 2 parents. 3, their grandparents. 4, their great grandparents. That is 4 generations that is passed on while in the womb of your mother's placenta, which contains small vents that receive generations of both parents and all the persons and their characters. My dear children,
Okay, so it ended. But I'm gonna pin this on my TikTok, so y'all be able to go check that out, man. If y'all want to see it in its entirety, cause or not is it's going as long as it was just there, you know. Because I had to break off for a minute and didn't get to. I want y'all to go check it out, man. But look, early activations have been going on. I'm gonna put some stuff up. I'm gonna splice and come back and do some stuff so y'all can see how the early activations have been going on, right? You gotta see it. Like there's a lot of stuff going on for real. Peace to the gods and goddesses.